Hey guys, once again, welcome to another edition of the Therapy Room. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, if you haven't already, head on down to our Facebook page, Instagram page, which is brand new. Like us, share it with your friends. We also have a YouTube channel called the Therapy Room. We hope you subscribe and leave some positive comments in there. On this week's show, ladies and gentlemen, I am very honored to have a very good brother, a mentor musically and in life, a great entertainer, vinyl enthusiast, a DJ, MC, you name it. Travel all over the globe with me. We've partied. I don't know, man, bro. We have rocked so many parties, right? So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on set my very good brother, also known as Rico Smith. But today, please welcome DJ Rico. All right, we are on cam, bro. So this is the camera. Just you can stand here and say hello to everybody. Welcome to the Therapy Room, bro. You know, I've been waiting for you to come here and have a session with me. There's only one rule here, bro. There's no judgment in what happens here. No one judges you. Just keep it real, keep it raw. Please express yourself and hopefully have fun on the set, lah, bro. You know? My first question, bro. I know we just met recently and we're talking about the show. Yep. What has been keeping you busy, bro?
I have been, first and foremost, hi, buddy. Pleasure to be here. Deepak, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful journey. Stay with us all the way through. So we'll talk about the music later on. So good question. You know what? Life has been very challenging. I will not say that it's been great. It's been cool and whatnot. You know, it has been challenging. There are a lot of bills to be paid, and you know, as we go along. But I have been managing. So I've been keeping myself busy with the odd MC event here and there. Sometimes it's good. Some couple of months it's bad. 1 or 2 months there was nothing at all. There's no luck for DJing as well. Clubs are all closed. You know that. I know that. We all know that. Yeah. So you know, basically, yeah, you know, a couple of gigs here and there. I do a bit of deliveries for friends, you know, so restaurants and all of this. Said, hey, weekend we got a heavy order. I mean, I've got a car. I might as well make the car work for me, get some bucks here and there. What has really been keeping me alive, personally speaking, is music on vinyl. You know, music on vinyl. So basically, I've been looking through a lot of the vinyls that I have. I'm not bragging. I don't have a lot of records, but if you consider 4,500. That is nothing. Like, there are people in Singapore who's got 30,000. There's a guy called Alagiri, Peninsula, 80,000 records, I believe, if not more. All right, so I've been looking through my records and I've been pulling out a lot of doubles. Stuff that I used to buy for, like, you know, really cheap back in the day, UK, US and whatnot. So I've been selling that. I want other people to enjoy music and I've been making some money on that. So I've got into the online vinyl business and that's what's keeping me happy. So emceeing here and there, online vinyl business, yeah.
Nice to know, bro. So I know you since I was a little kid. I will touch on where we actually met later in one of my questions. But you want to share with our viewers, bro, you are a DJ, MC, you know, voiceover artist, vinyl enthusiast. How did all this start in Rico's life, man? It's a surprising fact, guys. My uncle, who is a very big musical influence to me, he's also a friend of his. You know, we're family friends. But how did you actually get into music, bro?
Actually, it goes way back. So the uncle you're talking about, we call him he's got a really cool name. His name is Nat Jones, man. Nat Jones, man. Now that name basically is it's something from the 70s. Nowhere else. A name like Nat Jones. How he came about it, I really don't know. Anyway, believe it or not, you know, he was one of my musical influence because, as you know, he's your uncle. He used to buy a lot of vinyl. He used filled with vinyl. So back then, I used to go to your old place. You know, my brothers and Nat Jones, they were classmates. So once in a while, we used to go to Marine Parade, where he lives, and I would be like, you know, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, going to his room, into the hall. He would pull out Santana. He'd pull out the new, you know, Deep Purple, Uriah Heep. And my brothers, they would come to his house and record all that on cassette, and they would bring it back. And sometimes, you know, Nat Jones would give records. I accidentally bought a double piece. So my brothers used to bring back all this music in the 70s. So I was influenced at a very young age to, you know, rock groups of the 70s and the late 60s. We talk about Rainbow, Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, groups that I just mentioned. So from a very early age, in 78, 79, I was only about 8, 10 years old. So from then on, and then I started buying cassettes, new wave started coming in. You know, I got my own musical taste. And then in 87, 88, I discovered these things, turntables. What's this? SL 1200, what's this light? So then we moved on to 12-inch singles. I started buying more 12-inch singles. And then I became a DJ. Then one night as a DJ, the MC didn't show up. It was a December, and everybody knows how packed December is. So the EO, the event organizer, says, you know what? My MC, if he's not here in 10 minutes, you are going to be the MC. I, as a salesperson, I will back you up. So you know what? It was a fateful December in 1990. I was still in the army at that time. I became the MC for the event, and then I went on from there. So eventually, at the end of the night, I would have received a check of $80, but instead I received a check of $350.
That's big money.
And that's big money back then. And you know what? I told myself, I can do this. So from then on, I branched out into emceeing, and I made DJing my passion. So hence, in a nutshell, I call myself a DJ by passion and MC by profession.
Nice.
So there we go. So
Nice. Awesome, man. So, bro, I know you were sharing about your vinyl collection and how it has kept you sane, lah. And times have moved on, right? Like we're on USB sticks now and all that. You want to tell our viewers, bro, the younger generation who might not even know what vinyl is, bro. It is sad, but yeah, who don't know what records is. What's the difference, bro? Why are you still keeping, like, why are you not keeping your Nokia 3210, but you have an iPhone now, but you still have records, but you know you are not like. Why do you still have them or love them? What's so unique about them?
this, ladies and gentlemen, is called a record, a vinyl record, whatever you want to call it. Vinyl because that's what it's made of. This to me is nostalgia. You know, this is how we started listening to music. This is how I still listen to music. I've got nothing against digital platform. I'm using digital, as you know. I carry. In fact, in the back of my pocket, I've got 5,000 songs. You know, in my USB stick. Right now, I can play 5,000 songs if I want. Right now. But that versus this. So we're talking about granduncle versus the new kid in town. So you know what? It's a really good question. Why you ask why people like me, and there's a lot of us all over the world, why we stick to this. One is because when we were young, we did not have many of these. We did not have a lot of vinyl. I saw a lot of people buying vinyl, and as I mentioned, I bought cassettes. So for us to buy vinyl was like, unless you really have got the money and you really want that vinyl, and then you buy it. And then as you mature, money starts coming in, and then it's like a collection. And then you says, you know what, I now can buy these things. So if you ask anybody who listens to music on vinyl, possibly they would say it. Once upon a time they could not buy vinyl, and now they can. You know? So now comes, why do we listen to music on vinyl? One is because it's a little bit more interactive than just sticking in a stick, a thumb drive, or looking at a laptop and looking at your music. This is a little bit more interactive. You need to know the equipment. You need to know the turntable. You need to know what sort of stylus to use. So it is more interactive. There's more things to change. It is just, no nostalgia, basically. Now, I tell you one thing. So now here's another question. Why are more younger people going back to vinyl? That's interesting, right? Why are a lot of people going back to vinyl?
Bar that just opened, right? Recent bar that just opened, 1,000 over records, right? Yeah.
So why are people going back to this? It is basically, it has come to one full circle. So remember, from vinyl, we move on to the CD. Remember CDs?
LD, CD, yeah.
How strange is this? Remember CDs? CDs are almost dead and gone. Will they come back? I really don't know. So a new generation has come in, and they've discovered this, the vinyl record. So for them, it's like, what is this? Don't forget, they skipped CD. They went straight away into MP3s. What is MP3? Let me ask you.
Just music, bro. Digital music, bro. MP3.
Okay. So if you have, bring up that stick again. So if I ask you, do you have a music collection? Where's your music collection? In the USB. Okay. So basically, we're talking about virtual versus physical. That's what it is. This is how we feel about vinyl records. So I mean, we there's a lot of feeling to playing music on vinyl. A lot of people say the vinyl sounds better. Okay, that is another topic altogether. It's very debatable. I don't buy much stuff from the 60s on vinyl because a lot of it is scratch and it sounds a bit odd. I'd rather play digital. 70s onwards, I love music on vinyl. 80s as well. Yeah.
Guys, if you ever go to his house, you used to do some DJ. You used to invite people pre-COVID.
Yep.
You know, you used to invite people over to the house and show them how the turntables work. And during COVID as well, there are loads of turntable classes that come up. Of course, you have your turntablists. You have you guys who play on vinyl. So we're keeping the thing alive, guys. You know. So, bro, I know we have traveled the world together. You have brought me around the world, and we've rocked parties, as I mentioned in my intro, and we share a lot with each other. And during COVID, I'm very appreciative, bro, that you actually picked up the phone one day and you called me just to check on me. You know, and you did that. You did that with a lot of entertainers. I just asked you. You said, bro, I'm just calling you to ask you how are you. You know, for you to do that, you also must be going through a lot yourself. What did you go through mentally, man? I'm sure we never ever saw this day where, you know, playback music also can't be played. You know, my hands are cut. I can't do anything. I can't do events. Loss of income. I cannot do what I love. How were you mentally affected during this period, bro?
Good question, dude. Very good question. One of the things, I think I shared with you this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, something for you to take note of. My mom told me this, and then I'll get to where you're coming from. Let's rewind back. My mom told me, and she said, when you go to bed at night, make sure the blanket that you have is big enough to cover your entire body. Which means to say, you never know when it's going to get cold. Okay? If it gets cold, make sure you've got a blanket for you to put it on and weather that, you know, that season, that situation, whatever it is that you're in. So let's put that into context of COVID. I wasn't really worried because I know for a fact, okay, a lot of people panic because of money. Yeah, income. They crack, right? So that's the thing. A lot of people panic because, wait a minute, I don't have that kind of income. Over the years, I always, for my birthday, and you know this, dude, I'm gonna buy myself, I won't mention brands, like a $3,000, $4,000 watch. When my birthday comes December, what happens? I don't buy it. I can't bring myself to buy a $3,000, $4,000 watch. So all that money basically just got accumulated in the bank. So honestly speaking, apart from, doing the occasional gig, as I mentioned earlier on, I have been dipping into my savings, and I've got a pretty healthy amount. So honestly, I wasn't really worried. So that pretty much answers. So I wasn't really stressed out. Somebody said, get into deliveries and whatnot with friends and all that. That came about. So that helped to pay bills, and it's been about a year and a half. So I've not gone into the situation whereby I'm desperate, I'm panicking, and luckily my other half, she's doing all right as well. So I'm not really worried in that area. I am aware, but I feel better times are coming, and yeah. So hopefully I'll get weathered through, basically.
We all discover ourselves during COVID. We rediscovered ourselves. There are a lot of changes that a lot of people have done. Some people have, I met Brendan the other day on the show, and he's like, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I can't afford to live that life anymore. Although we had ENTs in the club and all that, put that aside, but we used to have a lavish lifestyle. Transportation alone for me, bro, used to be 1K, 2K. I was sharing with you. What did you discover about yourself during this period? I mean, you are all in solitude. You're alone. Used to have 1,000 friends last time. Now maybe it's just 5 or 6 that keep you. And it's very interesting how the world changes and how Gaia world, just reformats itself. What have you discovered new about yourself? What have you done that, I wouldn't have done if COVID never happened?
What I discovered about myself. Okay, the word is change. Okay, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about change. Now, I discovered about myself, the government uses the word pivot. What is pivot? It's very hard to pivot. It is a word, right? So a lot of people, it's easy to say, pivot. Guys like me, I'm an MC, I'm a DJ, you are a DJ, a great DJ, fantastic DJ. We've got no more venue to play. Our arms are tied, they're literally cut, and you can't do anything. So what I discovered about myself is literally how I started spending more time with family. Got in touch with my kids and wifey as well. And I think home bonding, something that I was not doing, back then. So I got to know my kids even better. I got to know my eldest kid that he really loves, certain things, and he's really good. Younger one, he's really good at art. I didn't really know that. We got him into art. We started sitting down, we started painting, and yeah. So family bonding, I would say we got into that. What I discovered about myself is, I'm just glad the patient. I'm a very patient guy, and that patience helped me. I didn't, like I said, I did not panic or whatever. For me, I live by one mantra: one day at a time. Relax. There's nothing you can do. Just live one day at a time. You get makan that day and whatnot. Plan for the next day and see how you're gonna get through. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. So you're 53 this year.
Yes, sir.
All right, I have your passport, so don't ask me how, okay? But yeah, I did some research in the toilet just now. You're 53 this year, bro. You've been in the scene for a very, very long time. And you have seen, I don't know, you've seen a lot of weird stuff. You were sharing about it the other day, the weird stuff. What are some of the weird scenarios you have seen, like in a DJ booth or during your club DJ career?
The weird things. Okay, the strangest one, there's quite a few I'll share with you. So I'm playing in Pump Room. No, hang on, let me back it up. I'm playing in China Jump. Remember China Jump? For those of you who remember China Jump in Chimes? Okay, so understand that China Jump at its peak. Okay, we're talking about Wednesday, there's no band, it's DJ all the way. Okay, and Friday, Saturday, there's a band. So we're talking about Wednesday, there's no band, it's DJ all night because it's ladies' night. They just want to go there and have a lot of drinks. So here's the thing. One night I was playing on Wednesday night, okay, and the place is packed. If you remember how China Jump console looked like? You were up there on like the second level, and there's a metal staircase that leads you down. So I had to go to the loo, folks. On a Wednesday night, if you're gonna go to the loo from a console that's on the second level, it takes you, I kid you not, it takes you 9 minutes for you to walk down, get through the crowd, and when you get to the toilet, all the cubicles are probably closed. So you get the scenario. What we have in the console is you ready for this? It's a jerry can, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a jerry can in the console. And this was placed there, not by me, but previous DJs who know the drill and who've experienced it. So you know what happens into the jerry can, and you relieve yourself, and trust me, it is heaven sent. Yeah. So that's one of the things. If you you know more?
I've got one question. So, bro, when I was in Coup d'etat, and when I first joined them, obviously as a DJ, you want to just go there, fucking bang the tracks out and get the girls dancing and the guys dancing. And then suddenly you get a text from your manager. Hey D, the bar is not moving. The bar is not moving. I don't know how many of you guys out there have actually received a message while DJing, rocking the crowd, bro, thinking, yeah, man, I'm David Guetta that night, and whatever nonsense. And suddenly you get a text message that completely throws you off. And we planned 3-4 songs in a head, right, bro? Or maybe even longer. You had this similar experience. How was it for you, bro? I was dumbfounded, bro.
And I will share that experience. And I'll even tell you the venue, no big deal. The year was 1996. Okay, 1996. This is before Mohammed Sultan and all that. Mohammed Sultan was just coming up. Understand this. So I'm playing in Hard Rock Cafe. It was a Friday or Saturday night weekend. The crowd is jumping. There are people outside. There's a line waiting for people coming. So basically, it's really happening. So it's about 1:50, 2 o'clock in the morning already. Right. So I'm playing, crowd's going. The manager comes up to me, so I'm playing. He stands next to me. And he says, wow, happening night, huh? So as a DJ, I'm like, I feel flattered, right? You know how it feels. Wow, happening night means, wow, you're doing a good job. And I'm like, of course, brother. The crowd is amazing. Of course, man, And he says, okay, I need you to break this crowd. I'm like, what? Did you say I need you to break this crowd? He says, yeah. I say, why? What in your right mind wants you to do that? He says, you know what? My bar is not moving.
The bar pays your salary.
If the bar doesn't get any money, how are you going to pay people, right? So he told me the bar is not moving. I need you to go into some sentimental song or whatever. Just break this. I say, are you kidding? He says, yeah. Then he suggested. He said, I tell you what, play Yellow Submarine, the Beatles. I mean, it's Hard Rock Cafe after all, isn't it? I say, you serious, dude? You know what's going to happen, right? He says, yeah, go ahead. Don't worry. Don't worry. You see, it was 1996. By then, I'm only about 6 or 7 years into DJing. I did not understand this thing about the bar is not moving, it needs to move and all that. So I'm like, okay, brace yourself. Folks, the floor is packed, the entire place is packed. Don't forget, the second level as well, yeah? And everybody's looking down at the DJ. And the time when I was born, the whole club went, oh! And I'll say, you know what, enjoy this, everybody. It's a bit of a sing-along. Sing along to it. And then the manager walked out and left me there to face the music. Everyone's looking at the DJ. And like, what the heck's going on? So, but you know what happened after that? People started moving to the bar and the bar started to move. And he came back, he says, play one more. Whatever you want, play one more, but it should not be a dance track. I just need to play one more. And then after that, the bar started generating money again. So there you go. So two strange incidents, yeah.
Yeah, man, there's more to it than just showing up with a USB, banging up all the tracks. I know, you see all the festival DJs do that. They come and they jam it. They don't need to worry. People have bought tickets, bro, you know. Some clubs in Singapore don't even have cover charge. So if everybody's going to walk in and go straight to the dance floor and stay there for 5 hours, we're not going to make any money. And it was very hard for me as well. When I was first, I was like, hey, bro, are you crazy, bro? I've got 500, 200 people in the club dancing, you know, and then you want me to break it up. And slowly you understand it. But once you started understanding it, bro, did you tweak the way you played? Like, once you matured as a DJ, did you, wherever you go, did you like, okay, I'm going to play 5 banging tracks and, you know, drop one that okay, calms people down and maybe they can go and buy a drink? Did it change for you?
So after I realized what happened that night, something in me just flipped. I'm like, oh my goodness. It's more to just keeping the floor packed. See, a lot of DJs, you know, you seem to think, wow, the floor, I'm the shit, man. But you're not looking at what's happening on a bigger scale. You got to look at the bar and see if the bartender, if at 2 o'clock on a Friday night the bartenders are just looking around and like, you know, nothing is happening, something is wrong. And the floor is packed and the bartenders are walking around, something is very, very wrong. That is how some clubs make it and some clubs don't make it. Because no point having a packed floor and money's not coming in. So, coming back to your question. So, having understand this little concept, what I normally do is every hour or maybe not every, maybe every 1.5 hours, if the manager is passing by, I would ask the manager, dude, how's sales coming along? If the manager is happy, means it's all good. He says, well, today is a bit slow. And then we would try to figure out why is it not moving today when there's people in the crowd, you know, people there. And if it's not moving as per normal, then I would need to maneuver the music accordingly so that people go back and forth. So if I need to play a track that's new just to break the crowd a little bit, I would do that. Yeah. So Melayu say ulo tarik, bro. Yeah lah, ulo tarik. That's what you do to a crowd.
Nice. Awesome. So let's go back to where I first met you. I got to know you through an event at Pan Pacific. You remember that night? I remember Rico came and, hey bro, my name is Rico, here's my CD. When I won this track, you got a +3 on the pitch. So I had a Denon 4000 player that just came out. And you know, when you're on the Pioneer CDJs, you don't have to trigger your pitch. As soon as you play it, same like this, bro, it works. And then you told me, bro, that's the way, it's +3 on the pitch. So I like hero like that, +3 on the pitch. And then you came halfway during the game, say, bro, did you +3 on the pitch? Because I don't think the song is fast. I'm like, bro, it's +3 lah, bro, can you see? And then you was like, bro, you didn't switch on the pitch. And I was a young DJ, bro, I know. I was like, and then you came in like, bam. And I was like, okay, fuck, this fella is gonna think I'm an idiot. I'm never gonna work with this fella in my life again because I just screwed it all up. But something interesting happened that night. I think it was for home events. If I'm not wrong, it was for home events. And there was a disco segment and I was playing the disco segment. And usually MCs, once they're done with their gig, you know, and I didn't know you then, I thought you would have left. But you sat down there, you heard me play the disco segment. There were people who were dancing. And once I wrapped up, you were like, hey bro, can I have your number? And I was like, huh? I thought I screwed up just now. It's like, bro, can I have your number? Let's work together. You know, I think you are a good DJ. You know, you did a very good job tonight. And I was like, okay, I screwed up, but you say I'm a good DJ. Now, in your eyes, bro, 53 years old, you have seen DJs from all around the world. What is a good DJ to you, bro? What is a good DJ? How do you go and say, wow, this DJ knows what he's doing? What do you look for?
Okay, so we're talking about mobile DJ, club and mobile. Okay, so let's talk about club. Okay, because it's two separate entities, bro. There's some who can cross over like you, right? So let's talk about the mobile DJ. What I like about the mobile DJ is someone who is attentive, someone who knows exactly. So if I'm on stage and if I know that the DJ has got my back, the event will move smooth, no worries. So that's what I look out for. Somebody who's attentive, somebody who knows exactly when to drop the fanfare, and not just drop a fanfare, but play it, with an impact. Not play it and then slowly bring the volume up. These things really matter. That is the fine line between a good DJ and a fantastic DJ. Someone who knows exactly what kind of tracks to set the mood for the night, even if it's let's say a company dinner and dance. Yeah. So what I saw in you that day was you were very attentive, you were very obliging. Sometimes it's not about the skills on the turntable. It's not about mixing. It's more than that. It's about the guy's attitude. So you did not press the on button. So what? It's okay. That's all right. So I sat down there, and normally what I do is I'm just chilling out, relaxing, because after a show I just want to enjoy myself as well. So I saw you play that night, and you were entertaining a bunch of people. And I thought, wow, this guy, he knows his stuff. Maybe I can work with this guy. Why not? So I introduced myself and I said, let's work together. So let's go to a club DJ. Club DJ. What I like about a good club DJ, of course, mixing skills. But don't forget, nowadays, okay, back in the day, you used to have a microphone just like this. We were talking DJs. Somewhere along the line, the 90s came about, the microphone disappeared. Okay? So now the DJ has got to communicate with the crowd using music. So it's a case of how the DJ manipulates the music to make people enjoy on the floor. There's no more verbal. Okay? And also, you've got a lot of people say, put up your hands and whatnot. The David Guetta thing. If you have a DJ who is just stagnant and not moving, it looks dead. So maybe somebody who's just a little bit alive. So I think that is a good DJ. Someone who looks at people and understands what to play, when to play it. So that's a good DJ, I think.
I've had a DJ who's very good technically, and then I walk in at 10 o'clock. It's a warm-up in the club. I was not going to say what club. And then this guy drops Dancing Queen, bro. So I go up to him. I'm like, hey, bro, it's 10 o'clock. This is a peak song, Dancing Queen. But he's like, no lah, bro, 100 BPM, I'm muscle lah. So, all this matters, right? And yeah, so you filter out. Another question that I've always wanted to ask you is, bro, there's a template around us DJs from your time to now. We are all stuck in this range, and I never knew how this range came up of. I'm going to talk about pricing, bro. Okay, it's a sensitive issue, but I think there's no school that teaches this. So how do I set a price for myself? Because everybody is stuck in this 150, 200, 250, 300. Back in your day was $80, $50. Bro, who comes up with this? And how do you gauge yourself? Like, okay, I think I can charge $300 lah, but I'm new. Are people going to pay? How do you think this came about in your own opinion?
Market forces. Okay, so we're talking about, to put it simply, market forces in any industry that decides, even for an MC, that decides exactly which range you're from. Okay, so the question that you should ask is this: if you want to be paid more, okay, is the event company, is the EO willing to pay you more? Because don't forget, if you price yourself out of the league, you are not going to get the job. Okay, so I guess to a certain point, you have to be competitive. You have to see exactly the 5 people, okay, that fit your description in your range of wherever it is that you are. There are DJs who are, like as you mentioned, 150, whatever. But if you price yourself within, let's say, the $300 range, $350, so you need to know exactly who these people are, because these are the people who are as good as you. Okay. So now, if you're thinking, wait a minute, I think I'm better, and if you want to go higher, So then I think you need to speak to EOs and say, listen, if I have a pay hike, if I want to go higher, will you still hire me? They will say yes, but eventually the calls will not come. Your volume will drop. But when you do that, let's say you have 10 events, you raise your price, you only get 5. So now you got to measure yourself whether you still want to be competitive. End of the day, you got to be competitive, bro. So it is like what you say, it is a gray area. It's a very sensitive issue with regards to pricing. It is a case of whether you want to be in the league with the rest, whether you want to run with the pack. If you got something special to offer, you need to sell that idea to the event organizer and say, listen, I'm off. These are the DJs. I want to be somewhere here, but it's going to cost so much. And they'll ask you why. And then you got to tell them exactly why there's value to it. It's just like an MC as well. That's what it is. You got to add value to what is it that you're doing.
Because I've had a lot of young DJs, you know, they hit me up and like, hey man, I charge $1,000 per hour, and I wish I can charge $1,000 per hour, bro. You can charge.
The question is, how many gigs do they get a month?
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, when they open their pricing, and I'm like, okay, how did you come up with $1,000 a gig or something? So yeah, that was one of the curious questions that I had, because I have never set a price for myself. Whatever, you know, clubs offer, I was like, okay, this is the template. They're gonna pay $250 for 2 hours or 4 hours, and I just went along with it. But recently, I was thinking about it. How do youngsters actually, like, there's no school for this, right? Okay, you start at 80, 100, 120, 150. Okay, so before I bring you on set, one final question, bro. You have come so far. You're 53 years old. You've built your own legacy as Rico, DJ Rico. You know, he used to be on radio. I didn't say that. Yeah, he used to be a radio DJ as well. He has his own show. You are Rico Smith as an MC as well. What is the goal, bro? Where is this journey taking you to? What do you see? Let's just say I forward 10 years from now. Where do you see Rico Smith or DJ Rico?
10 years down the road, good question. You know, even at 53, as an MC, I'm still relevant. Even at 53 as a DJ, I'm still relevant. So the question that anyone should ask is why? I think I still have something that people see in me that they hire. That I wouldn't say that they don't find it in others, but they find it in me as well. So that's why people like a lot of people back in when they were 37, 38, they got out of business. I still carried on. So remember early on I told you that, you know, I made DJing my passion. That means my side business, and I made MCing my main business. So events is my main business. So let's talk about the event side first. So I would, if it comes to a point where nobody hires Rico anymore, Rico will open up a company, or Rico will start working with someone, and Rico will start selling events, and Rico will start selling people like Deepak directly. You know, so I'll probably go into sales, and I'll
nurture a new bunch of people, right?
And then I nurture a new bunch of people. Exactly. You know, it's progressive. It's always ongoing. So I love this business. I love the event and entertainment business. You know, it's something that I grew up in. A lot of people when back then when I started, they used to tell me, "You DJ ah? Hey, how long?" Correct. Yeah. That same person has changed 4, if not 5 jobs. And I'm still doing the same thing from way back then. Okay? So in a nutshell, yeah, I'll probably open up my own company down the road, or maybe I'll just peg on to a good company, and I'll start doing sales, and maybe I'll stop doing MCing or whatever, depending what it is. But DJing, it's my passion, bro. Vinyl, these things, I'll still continue buying them. Whether I got place to put it in my room or not, I really don't care. You know, it's 4,000, 5,000 pieces right now, and it's still growing. So I would move to different stages in life in the events and entertainment umbrella. I'll go upwards, and I also want to mentor a lot of new people. I'm giving DJ courses now as well. But
you want to shout out about it?
So we're giving DJ courses. So I'm with 2 schools. One is with the good people from Reactivate Asia, and also with GNV. GNV, we talk about Vishal. So I'm with these 2. So, you know, hit me up. Let me know if you have anybody who wants to become a DJ. We've got courses for them, vinyl or CD. Oh, CD, what am I saying? Vinyl or, you know, MP3, whichever way, digital. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, bro. I can't wait to hear you. I've had a very rough week, and yeah. Okay, you want to tell us what you're gonna play, bro? Okay.
What I'm doing today. Okay, so what I'm doing today, basically, I'm doing a set. It's going to be all vinyl, okay? Completely 100% organic vinyl. But what's interesting about the set that I'm going to play today, many of the songs will sound familiar. Some of the songs will sound familiar. It's like, yeah, I've heard this. But what it is because it's white label, it was not officially released. And some of them that I have here, only 500 pieces in the world. You know, a lot of people, they converted it to digital, so you still can get it. But these are records that basically, technically did not see the light of day because bigger companies, they were too expensive to sell the rights to smaller artists, smaller companies. So the records just went into oblivion. So I hope you enjoy the set. There's going to be a lot of very interesting sound. It's going to be, funk, soul, disco, but all of it is under the umbrella of house music. So it's all white label and promo copies only.
It would be nice if you can show them the cover lah. Whenever you play the song, you try lah if you want. Yeah. Okay. A lot of it is white, yeah. That's why it's white label. Alright guys, I hope you guys are ready. I am ready. The therapy room is ready. We're ready for some music coming your way. An all vinyl set by my very good brother. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on main set right here in the therapy room, DJ Rico.
music makes me happy, you know, in my soul. And I'm about to lose my control. This dancing makes me feel right. Tonight is the night. The grooving makes me moving. Alright, all night. The music makes me happy, you know, in my soul. And I'm about to lose my control. This dancing makes me feel right. Tonight is the night. The grooving makes me moving. Alright, all night. The music makes me happy, you know, in my soul. And I'm about to lose my control. This dancing makes me feel right. Tonight is the night. The grooving makes me moving. Alright, all night. The music makes me happy, you know, in my soul. And I'm about to lose my control. This dancing makes me feel right. Tonight is the night. The grooving makes me moving. Alright, all night. The music makes me happy, you know, in my soul. And I'm about to lose my control. This dancing makes me feel right. Tonight is the night. The grooving makes me moving. Alright, all night.
It's amazing to me, the things I can do, and the things that I see. The life I'm in. Oh man, it's crazy. The things I can do. It's amazing to me, the life I'm in, and the things that I see. The things I can do.
music of the earth, the music of the sun and the stars, the music of yourself. The music is different here. The vibrations are different. Not like planet Earth. It's the music of the earth, the music of the sun and the stars, the music of yourself. The music of yourself. The music is different here. The vibrations are different. Not like planet Earth. It's the music of the earth, the music of the sun and the stars, the music of yourself. The vibrations are different, not like planet Earth.
Once again, everybody, my name is Rico, or DJ Rico, or Rico Smith, whichever way you like it. It's been a fabulous 2 hours right here at the therapy room. I'd like to thank the good people who made this possible. Thank you, Deepak. It's been a wonderful journey. Just want to say, keep up your spirits, everybody. Okay? Don't worry about this. We will get through it, that's for sure. Everybody's going through the same deal, everyone. Good music, good vibes, happy times, everybody. On its way, that's for sure. In the meantime, this is going to be the final track. My name is Rico, signing off.
Hey guys, that was the sounds of my buddy Rico taking us on a musical journey, all vinyl set. For those of you tuning in, thank you very much for tuning into the therapy room. If you haven't already, head on down to our socials, Facebook, Instagram, like and share with your friends, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you for the next one, guys. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sane. Peace out.